Millions of voters will officially make their pick for president known today. 14 states and 1 territory are voting, and more than 1,300 delegates are at stake. Joining me now to discuss the gold mine of Super Tuesday, California, and your run for the 50th Congressional District. We have candidate Darrell Issa. Thank you for being here with us today.
Well, nice to be a small part of Super Tuesday, but the big event, obviously, is will the liberals pick a communist? Or will they pick just an old guy who thinks Super Thursday is when the next race is?
That's what we've been hearing. Super Thursday's the new one. We'll see if that catches on. In addition to the presidential primaries today, 120 congressional districts are going to be holding primaries, and you're part of one of the most competitive primaries in the state. So how are you feeling this morning? Let us know.
Well, it's contentious and expensive, and there's been over $1 million of outside money spent against me, completely by people who oppose President Trump. So in a sense, today is a referendum on President Trump as much as it is on me and my record of supporting him. And I'm pretty excited. I think that the wind is at my back. People have recognized that it's kind of hard to believe what you saw on TV, that, well, you know, Darrell doesn't support President Trump. It's like, well, wait a second, I was a delegate for him at the convention. He nominated me not once or twice, and I was blocked by his enemies in the Senate. That didn't ring true. So I'm excited, but I'm also excited that President Trump will be campaigning today, proving that he doesn't need to have a contentious race in order to be the great communicator that he is.
And that's what it seems like, and his supporters can see that. And your campaign recently also pointing out a very big gap that you and your closest competitor have been growing. Now, what do you think has made likely voters show such strong support for you for this run?
Well, I think it's a combination of conservative record and their support for President Trump and my longstanding support for President Trump when he was candidate Trump. You know, in a re-election, it's amazing how many people tell you how much they support the no contest incumbent. But it's really when nobody knows what's going to happen, when the pundits say that Hillary Clinton's going to be the next president. And in my case, when I was in a tough race for a seat that she carried by a large amount, and I stayed with the president. And I think it's the combination. But I would say it was the former more than anything else. I have the right conservative voting record that matches the legacy of both of the Duncan Hunters that have served that district, pro-life, pro-Second Amendment, pro-family, and a host of other issues, obviously the border and ending sanctuary state in this state. These are issues they cared about, and I have a long and good record on it.
Now, speaking of the Duncan Hunter seat, whoever comes out the winner likely face a Democrat, Amara Campa-Najjar, who by only a small margin lost to Duncan Hunter in 2018. So looking ahead, how would you sway those voters that are possibly on the fence this time around?
Well, you know, yes, it was a close race, but he had money and the incumbent didn't. He had momentum because, quite frankly, the U.S. Attorney's Office, in violation of their own rules, did an indictment within the small window. Those were all advantages he had. Well, he won't have that with me. I have a clean record.
The advantage of the money, something you are known for.
I will not fail to raise the funds necessary. And obviously, you know, I have an 18-year record that he's going to have to run against. He's running as a moderate, except every second word you realize that he still is the progressive that matches Sarah Jacobs in the adjoining district. And so, you know, he's going to have to run away from Sarah Jacobs. He's going to have to run away from Bernie Sanders. And in this district, you can't run far enough to get away from him.
Well, you got some very strong competition on this side. It's looking good. Thank you for joining us. It's a very big day today. We wish you all the luck. And of course, we'd love to see you back once hopefully we get those final results.
Look forward to being back.
Thank you for joining us.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube. And call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.